Because now, like, the term nice guy is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want to stay away from the nice guys.
Speaking of nice guys, is it true that nice guys who are overly friendly can come across a bit pathetic?
Yes. Yes. Like, I've had so many guy friends that are just like, they're really nice, but they're also like very timid and they don't go for it. And like, granted, there was one guy that I was super into and we're still friends to this day, but like, he never went for it. And so I was just like, we're just friends.
If you feel like you're invisible to women, it's probably because you're not generating enough emotions inside of them. Women notice men. They remember men who provoke a strong emotional response. That's who they find attractive. When speaking to women, if you're kind, polite, respectful, then you're easy to forget, you're easily dismissed. You're not doing anything to make yourself stand out because there's an entire world of men who are just tripping over themselves to treat women as though they're queens. If you want her to remember you, you want to register your presence in her consciousness so that you make an impression upon her, then you have to make her feel something. The stronger the emotion, the better, because you could say that women judge the quality of man by how strong the emotions are that he makes her feel. A positive emotion is best, something like happiness, excitement, admiration, but honestly, when it comes to attracting women, negative emotion is better than no emotion at all. Women are more likely to sleep with a man who makes her feel jealous, angry, insecure, than a man who makes her feel nothing. The man who puts women on a pedestal and who's always polite and kind doesn't even register in her consciousness. He is invisible to her and she never actually considers him as a viable sexual prospect. But the man who makes her feel frustrated, embarrassed, insulted, at least he exists to her. And she's always going to backwards rationalize it. She's thinking, this man is acting like a cocky jerk and he's making me feel like shit, but he must be a high quality man in order to generate such a strong emotional response inside me. And so I'm going to try and win him over. I apologize if there are any women watching this who are getting offended by me explaining why women sleep with these cocky, arrogant jerks, but I call it how I see it. And if you don't want people like me pointing this out, then it's within women's power to stop sexually rewarding these kinds of men. What I'm explaining is universally applicable. It's an instinct that exists inside female psychology, but you do have the power to rise above your instincts. There are women like that. They're called high quality women, and from my perspective, these are the only women worth paying any attention to. These are women of such high self-esteem that any attempt from a man to try and trigger their insecurity by insulting them just makes the man look like a loser. High quality women differentiate themselves because they only respond to men who make them feel positive emotions. That strong, positive emotional response, that's what women want. Remember, women only date up. They date men that they admire, men who are taller, older, more experienced, smarter, wealthier. Women are attracted to those kinds of men because being around a high quality man like that is exciting. It's exhilarating. When a man like that smiles at her, shows interest in her, it validates her femininity, and it's this rush of positive emotion that is addictive. She's going to want more. Of course, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of negative emotion. You know, some playful teasing, some flirtatious banter, especially in the early stages of a relationship, because this kind of flirtatious teasing, it helps you stand out from the hordes of men who would never dare criticize a woman. To be able to playfully tease a woman and trigger a little bit of insecurity inside her demonstrates your masculinity, your confidence, your leadership. It shows that you don't have fear around women, and that helps you stand out. But while some negative emotions and triggering a little bit of insecurity can be helpful in the early parts of a relationship in order to generate attraction, ultimately, a healthy, long-lasting relationship is built on a strong foundation of positive emotions. You want her to be feeling joy and happiness around you. You want her to feel as though she is lucky to be with you. The feeling like just being near you is helping her become a better version of herself, like her life is constantly improving. This part is really important, so listen closely. If you're able to link the positive emotions that she is experiencing in her life, feeling like things are getting better, like she's growing in her self-esteem, if you're able to link those emotions to you, then you will ensure that she's going to be loyal to you in the relationship. It is a wonderful feeling, the most pure application of your masculinity to be able to make women feel positive emotions. It's not good to make women feel negative emotions. But you could argue that it's worse to not be able to make women feel any emotions at all.